there was one time we were having a sleepover at my buddy's house. I won't name any names, but everybody, I know a couple of my friends from high school do listen to this, so shout out to you guys. So we had a sleepover, someone's birthday, I think, and my buddy's dad comes in. He's like, "All right, you guys, be good. Just keep it down. Have fun." And then he like opens the door, throws in two VHS tapes. One of them is Girls Gone Wild.
Yes.
The other one is the fucking Pam and Tommy Lee tape.
No way.
Fucking, I'm dead serious.
Grown-up, human, comic, people! Grown-up, human, comic, people!
Hey, welcome to episode 14. It's episode 14 of Grown-Up Human Comic People. You guys doing all right today? Everybody?
Tonight,
Yeah.
it's fucking 2:30 in the the
No, it's not.
This is like the morning.
It's like well past 2:30.
Oh, it's 3:08.
It's nighttime somewhere.
Some people might be listening to this at night, so yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were asking all of us.
I was asking you guys.
Oh, well, it's the morning.
It's okay, well. I'm saying that might be night for people who are listening.
Right. Well, I
So-
hope they're having a good night.
Yeah, we hope you're all having a good night.
Unencumbered by meddling cunts.
I can't wait for this.
I feel like that's going to go somewhere.
yeah, that's going to be. So yeah, welcome to the show. That was like the beginning of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's just like a bunch of nonsense for no reason at the beginning. Yeah, so this is Grown Up Human Comic People. Let's go around the table, introduce everybody as per tradition. Dan, say what's up.
Hello, what's up?
Chris,
Chris, hi.
J-Man,
Hey.
Jared, Greg,
How y'all doing?
Big Dick B,
Big B.
Dan.
Ask your mom about the pancakes.
I'm Jared. We're the humans. So you can find us at grownuphumans.com. You can find us at epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans. Shout out to Epicast. Go check out all the other podcasts there. They're all pretty sweet. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud at Grown Up Human Comic People, and Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at Grown Up Humans. We got to plug some shit. Go down to Southside Comics, 1931 East Carson Street. Mm-hmm. Dan is the owner there. And he'll help you find all the shit you want.
Mm-hmm. You can pick up all the things we talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Check out metamesh.org. Becky's not here, but she and Monkey bring free wireless to people who need it, which is awesome. Shout out to Straub. We're drinking some Straub right now. Shout out to Chris. Brought us some Straub today. Cheers to you, sir.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Not me, Chris. Other Chris.
Other Chris.
There's another Chris.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
different.
whoa.
Here we go.
Not calling people other names. No, other. Yeah.
What?
Chris. You'll be StraubChris. StraubChris.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right, StraubChris.
I'm drinking the Straub Dunkel, which is delicious. It's there's a full body, but it's not too heavy. Greg, what are you sipping on?
This is the Straub 1872 lager. Let's have a brief whiff.
Okay.
Whiff?
Greg smells with his mouth.
I gotta say it follows that whiskey quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how would you describe the taste?
Oh, it's I'm really bad at this. I'm not gonna do it. It says lager on the label. Make of that what you will.
Does it taste different from the regular Straub? Are you familiar enough with Straub to...
I suppose like most people, I've just got to drink more Straub.
There you go.
Just like most people.
Yeah.
Even if you are a soul Straub, you only drink Straub, you should drink more Straub.
That's right.
Chris, what are you sipping on?
I'm drinking a Dunkel like
Okay,
you. Yeah,
okay.
it's real good.
Yeah.
Straub was also, this is my first illegal beer I ever drank at the
Nice.
age of 12. Yeah.
Nice.
12.
12.
That's great.
Yeah, I got
That's
a whole
really
beer
low,
down.
yeah.
A whole beer down at 12.
Wow,
Jesus.
at 12, I don't think I could have choked down a whole fucking beer.
No
Yeah.
way.
Oh, dude, when I was 12, my first illegal beer was a Zima. 6 of them.
When you drank half your age in beer?
Oh, dude, yeah. And then I just polished it off. I evened it out with a couple Iron Cities and then fucking crawled my way back to my house.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man, I was 13, to be honest. But Jesus. I was turnt.
Yeah, you could
Zima.
you're about to die.
Man,
First Zima death ever.
Your parents let you sip a lot more than mine did.
Oh, no, dude. My dad was working night shift. My mom, I walked in the door. It was me and my two buddies, drunk as shit. And my mom was like, what's going on? I was like, I'm dizzy. I have to go down and take a piss. Went down to the Pittsburgh toilet in the basement. My mom, like dick in hand, I'm there. My mom just sticks her face right in mine. She's like, you son of a bitch. You're drunk. Calls my dad. Psh, that's the end of that.
I was going to say, she's been around drunk people a lot more than you had at that point. She knows what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Stupid kids think they're getting away with some shit. Like,
Yeah.
If a kid walked in here right now, we'd be like, dude, you're drunk. Like, we know. We fucking know.
You're not dizzy. Why are you dizzy? Like, what's wrong?
People don't just get dizzy.
Do you have a brain tumor? You have if you're dizzy, we have to take you to the hospital.
What she should have done was that. She'd be like, well, you're dizzy? That's a bad sign. We got to go to the hospital right now.
They might have to operate immediately.
She just like slips the doctor a $20 bill. It's like, just make him fun, make him seem like it's, tell me he has cancer.
I think even veterans are pretty iffy about being able to hide that. So
I would say I think I'm good at it now, but I'm probably just as good as I was when I was 12.
Oh yeah, no. Most people, can't fucking hide being drunk. It's not a strength of.
But my conviction in asserting that I'm not drunk has increased by magnitude.
Oh, that's the first sign of somebody being drunk, as we all know. Is like saying you're not drunk, then you're fucking drunk. Yeah. Anyway, so drink Straub. This is the point.
Drink Straub, not Zima.
Delicious. Delightful.
All right, so let's move on. Let's go to some shop talk. Dan, what's happening down at the shop?
No,
comics?
not too much. Just getting into the holiday swing of things. I really don't have much to say. We're going to talk about AD After Death. I still got some copies left at the store. I know it's getting hard to find. Awesome. It's really cool. So, if you're interested, come down, check it out. Sony optioned it for a movie. So, pretty exciting stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's only one out right now, right?
Yeah. Only one out.
They get the two and it's shit.
I guess they read it and they're like, if it's shit, we'll just change it to what we want it to be.
Yeah, there were a lot of people going after that. That was I forget. I sent that link to all you guys in the text message, but they were the final people that got it. But there was a studio battle going on for a while with that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
With AD?
Yeah.
Good for Scott Snyder and Jeff Lemire. They're two hardworking guys in the industry.
Well, they fucking do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So do you think that these whatever, Sony and the rest of these production companies, do you think they sat down with these guys and were like, hey, what's the trajectory of this storyline? And they're like, okay, well, this is how it's going to play out, and so that's how they were like, no, fuck this, we're making a movie.
I would definitely imagine that they get the whole script for the books, and then they say like, okay, yeah, we definitely want to buy that. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, this first issue is good, let's make a movie out of it.
we trust you.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys do good work usually. Cool.
So this book, this is done. Like whatever they've.
Yeah.
This is not something that's being written every couple months.
3 of them?
Yeah, there's going to be 3, and I'm pretty sure they're done with it already.
Okay.
But the amount of work that's put into the first book, I would think that they would have it all wrapped up before releasing it.
Yeah.
I would agree. Yeah, and reading it, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. So
stop down, pick that up. In holiday shopping, we have gift cards, knickknacks. I love that word, knickknacks. Some novelty items, plenty of books. DC
Baubles of all sorts.
Yes.
I like tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes.
I like that word a lot.
How do you spell that?
I have no idea.
The T?
I would say there might be a T at the front. Yeah, TCH. Tchotchkes.
I only recently just heard that. I thought that was like an old lady.
No. Well, that's the
it
name.
totally is.
It's also the name of
So are knickknacks.
It's the name of the restaurant that Jennifer Aniston works at in Office Space.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And they have to wear the flare.
Yeah.
And that one guy's such a dork.
Oh, well, that's
Judge.
Mike Judge.
Yeah.
That's the creator. It's that and Beavis and Butthead and everything. Come down.
That was him. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's funny as fuck. Actually, he should. Real quick, this is a funny little story. Apparently, I read something that somebody wrote where they were at a viewing of some kind of like a film or something, and it was a bunch of famous people in the room, and Mike Judge is sitting, I think, either next to them or behind them or something, and they're also Quentin Tarantino was next to them too. nearby, and so like when everyone laughs, they get to hear like these famous people laughing, and Quentin Tarantino is like super obnoxious, like like whatever. but Mike Judge's laugh is Butthead's laugh. Like that's just how he laughs. So it's just he just like this person's next to Butthead, fucking like because he does both the voices. Like, he does both Beavis and Butthead. So like his actual laugh is Butthead, which is very funny to me.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
His was my favorite laugh, but between the two.
It's so funny. Yeah.
I think it's because the air escapes before the voice box starts working.
Yeah.
That's exaggerated. But.
Wait. Hold on. Demonstrate both of the laughs again, because now.
All right.
Go ahead.
I can't do Beavis's laugh. Most people do Beavis's laugh when they're imitating one of the two.
Yeah.
And everybody does it better than me, so I won't do Beavis's. But Butthead's is like I said, the air comes out before the voice starts working. So it's like, see now the pressure's on, but it's like.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
This is like, if you start with that, like I'm not saying that I've nailed it or anything. I haven't, but if anyone who's trying it, that's the ticket. Like you really make sure you get that, and then the rest will most likely fall into place.
And then
Beavis like
that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
That's that really annoying laugh that like people affect who
Oh,
aren't
yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
who want to be funny, and then they do that, and it's like been hearing that since high school.
But if somebody actually laughs like that, it's really funny.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hard
fucking
not
hilarious.
to laugh with them. Or at them. Yeah.
Because it's an obnoxious laugh.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
something about obnoxious laughs that
Absolutely.
are infectious.
Oh yeah. There's nothing better than sitting next to somebody who's laughing. You're like, what the fuck is that your laugh?
And then it keeps going. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't stop.
And then you start laughing, and they start laughing harder, and
And then you
people
realize
laughing for no reason at all.
I could listen to this all night if I just keep making him laugh.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Just gonna egg him on.
So what Chin's doing? Who wants to go?
Oh, I didn't finish.
Oh, you didn't finish. Sorry. No, sorry, my bad. Sorry.
No, yeah, just if you want anything for the holidays, come on down. And also, shop small. Marvel, DC trades are always 15% off.
Nice.
And you can find us online, SouthsideComicsPGH.com.
Cool.
It's always 15% off. Not you don't mean just for every holiday.
Always.
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 Muy interesante.
Fuck Amazon.
Yeah, get your lazy ass up off the couch.
Yeah.
Unless you
Go
need a
down and
bidet,
shop.
go on Amazon for your
The
bidets.
bidet. Oh, I go.
Oh, yeah, for
$20.
that stuff's fine.
Actually, that's my what Chin's doing. So just fucking relax.
Just fuck off with that
Fuck
bidet
off with
talk.
that. Fuck off with that.
Just don't go to the comic shop for a bidet. Don't
Hold
do
your
that.
horses.
No. Oh, you should put one in there though. People would be that's fancy.
But I don't allow people to use the bathroom.
with good reason, I feel.
Yeah, like in the first store, I did, and that was a mistake. This store, the new place, I was like, nope.
Did anybody? I imagine this isn't your horror story, but did anybody do the Clerks thing and just like ask to bring comics into the bathroom, like bring in a copy of Beauty or whatever? And
No, nobody did that, and nobody like shit on the floor or anything. It's just people are just generally disgusting.
Yeah.
Like cannot aim properly.
But I imagine you probably have like most people. Like every place I've ever gone that said, like, oh, we don't have a public restroom. It's them who decides if you get to use that pisser or not. So if they say we don't have, it's something about you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I remember driving. I was like about to piss my pants. I just spent like $45 in gas and walked into like a fucking one of those gas stations.
Yeah.
And I think I bought cigarettes too. Bought like a drink, and I was like, "Hey, can I use the restroom?" And the woman was like, "Yeah, no, I'm sorry, we don't have them." And I was like,
Where do you go?
"So where do you piss?" Yeah, that's exactly what I said to her, and she was like,
Outside.
I'm sorry. I was like, "No, stop apologizing. I just spent $45 in gas and like another 20 in here. You mean to tell me I can't piss? Like, what is it about me that is so repulsive that the thought of me using the same toilet as you?" And like, this is when I was like, had like a real job, so I had like a nice shirt on. Like, I drove a nice car. Like, I looked nice. I was nice. I was like, fucking asshole. So I imagine that like there are some people who come in here like, "Hey man, I need to take a piss," and you're like, "Hey, you're doing all right. Yeah, come here."
I have allowed a few people
Yeah.
that I know, but like the problem with the other place was people just didn't ask; they just went in.
Yeah.
And I didn't think you had to ask, but like just having it like in that type of setup just leads to a lot of messes.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially by the end, like that light broke, so it was like,
Oh yeah,
it was just a flickering
was
fluorescent light in there. It looked like a bomb had gone off.
it was like Fallout.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was fine at the beginning of the night before everybody was fucked up. Then you go in there and you're like
yeah.
fucking tuned up and it starts blinking. You like hold on to the handicap railing, one hand on the sink. Like, what the fuck?
I'm
done.
Okay, you're done. Okay. All right. So what Jin's doing? Who's doing stuff? Who's doing things?
So
Good.
No, Chris.
yeah,
Good.
I want to talk about Unscholar.
Okay.
So I write for a website called unscholar.com because anybody can write.
And on Scholars.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
People want to find it. It's
Yeah, it
Try
might be.
singular.
I honestly don't. I don't know if it's Unscholar or Unscholars. I have
it's
no
on
idea.
Scholars. I think there's an S on it.
Let's go. I don't know.
I'm checking right now.
Try either one. Put it.
ED.
Just type it into Google. You'll find it. It just comes up as anybody can write because anybody can write. We don't claim it's any good, but it's crazy because we launched the other night and Patton Oswalt immediately retweeted us. And we weren't prepared for that, and now the website is just getting crazy traffic, and there's like 4 articles up, and there's an S on the end there?
Actually, there's
Yeah.
a V in the front of it also. The Unscholars.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about this website.
But not
think-
the URL though.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think that
Unscholars.
Man, there's no www.
the case doesn't matter, right? Like uppercase because it's
Nah.
Okay, yeah. Whatever.
Nah, it doesn't matter. But if you go and check it out, it's most of these people here, I believe, are going to be writing for this website too. That's a big thing. So if you like what we talk about, you might like what we write about. I don't know. It's
If you like if you like the way we speak, it's
Yeah.
Because I think, but I know that you and I write the way that we
we
speak.
do. Yeah,
So-
that's when I put my first article up. Everyone was like, "Well, that's just how you talk."
Yeah, I can-
yeah.
Yeah, I could hear your voice.
Which
as
one
I
did
was
you
reading it.
write?
I wrote the thing about The Walking Dead and how it's just the shittiest show. I hate The Walking Dead.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Put by who it is.
At the top.
Yeah, it's at the
It
bottom.
should be at
Yeah,
the top,
I
though.
agree with
Like-
that.
Yeah.
But like on the page, like looking at it, it says like why we can't have nice things, 3D Sonic date, and then it gets into the text, and then continue reading. It should say like bye.
Yeah, it definitely should. I agree with that.
Yeah. So you know exactly who to yell at right as you're reading it.
Which assholes? Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not going to like me.
Yeah.
I've already gotten hate mail. It's been up for 2 days.
Well, I mean, because you bashed one of the like most
One of the most
popular
coveted things, yeah.
Which
And I called Glenn Short Round, which
which is fucked up but a little accurate.
it's so accurate. Glenn was the most bland character. He's like, "Hello, I'm Asian. I wear a hat." That was it.
I do nice things for people. You should like me.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's all Glenn was. So, anyways,
Yeah, he was just about the most innocuous character. Like, you don't have any connection to him because it's like I'm not convinced you're a real person.
Well, he like saved Rick at the beginning, and that's why you're supposed to like him.
But there's
the
not much
very
to figure
beginning.
out. I think
Exactly,
is
yeah,
what-
yeah.
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 That was it. I mean, and the other thing too, I stopped watching Walking Dead a while ago because I was like, this isn't good writing, and writing is important to me for anything that I watch. So I stopped watching it, and then people were like, "Ooh, they're like bashing people's faces in bathtubs, and there's blood everywhere." And I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll check out this season." And I liked it for exactly 17 minutes, and I was like, "Oh." I gave it 17 minutes, and then I started watching it again because of all this hullabaloo with Glenn, and I was like, this is my first article. I'm going to tell everybody how shitty their opinions are for The Walking Dead. It was like, then Patton Oswalt retweets us, and he's like, hey, check out these fucks, these degenerates that think they can have a website, and all this hate mail starts coming in, like, what do you mean you hate The Walking Dead?
What you should do is you should access some of that hate mail and then read some of it like whenever you're on on this show,
Oh, yeah.
so we can really get into it. 'Cause
Yeah,
that'd
like
be
mean
great.
tweets.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Well, to be more correct, Patton Oswalt said, "Do not check out these fucks."
That's true.
He did say that. Yeah.
And he named you. He's like, this specifically. Do not check out these guys at the Unscholars.
Yeah. Which was really nice of him to
what
retweet
a-
that. Shout out
was
to Patton
crazy.
Oswalt.
Class act.
Yeah, it was very nice, man.
Yeah.
I
Good dude.
I also right after you sent me that picture, I was like, Well, fuck. I'm gonna say Patton Oswalt. He didn't respond to me. So.
He's like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
We did get a shout out from Chris Hardwick, though. That should be, if you guys listen to The Nerdist, Chris Hardwick.
Did you hear it? Like, he actually did say it?
It's on, he just recorded that. So by the time this comes out, The Nerdist podcast is going to come out as well.
Yeah, cool.
And he told me that, I can announce it. It's not like it was a secret or anything.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, you might be very new listening to this if you subscribe to The Nerdist and they name checked us. So thank you, Chris Hardwick, for that. That was amazing.
The hard work. That's cool.
Plus, often I think a lot of people know Chris Hardwick being from The Talking Dead.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right, good
Yeah,
point,
so that's how I know of him. I'm not familiar with Nerdist.
Man, I know Chris Hardwick from fucking MTV.
Really?
Singled
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Singled out.
Yeah.
I hated that motherfucker on there. He was the worst. I was like, oh, this dude's awful. And then he starts doing like some funny shit. I was like, oh, I just didn't get you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get you.
Well, so I can actually I relate to that because that's how I ended up meeting Chris Hardwick is on Reddit. He's like just an amazing guy, and he will just respond to anybody. But I posted on a subreddit, Our Nostalgia, singled out, and it got to the front page of Reddit, and I misspelled his name with a T instead of a D, and he responded back to me, said, I have a vague memory of this show. I don't know who this Chris Hardwick is, though. And I responded back to him, and I said, sorry, man, I didn't know you wanted the D so bad.
Well
He gave me
played.
points. He gave me internet points for that, which is a big deal because that's what he does on his show on Comedy Central. So
Man, in fairness, though, like, I was probably just fucking angry because, like, you know, at the time, I don't know, I was young, just, like, trying to get laid. And, like, Chris Hardwick was on this show, and he was, like, this dry sense of humor and hanging out with all these hot-ass chicks. And I was, you know, I was probably just hating, man.
little jelly.
Like, yeah, just like jelly. Like, fuck you. How'd you get this job? Like, I want this job. I have to go to a fucking car wash every Saturday and Sunday and vacuum, like, dried gum off of people's floors and hope they give me $1 for a tip. And you just get to hang out with, like, a bunch of hot chicks all the time. So I'm sorry for ever not liking you, Chris. You're a really nice guy. Fuck me. Fuck that 12-year-old, 13-year-old version of me. 14-year-old, too. 15 also.
no, I probably hated him then, too. You're right, because he just hung out with Jenny McCarthy. That was his job.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's like hot chicks who fart. That's what? That's awesome.
But now she's like some Christian something or other, right?
well,
She's an anti-vaxxer.
Oh, she's an anti-vaxxer. That's right. I knew she was crazy in some capacity.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's crazy.
It's
Yep.
like, well, you know, if you...
We all saw what happened with polio.
Right.
Right.
Fuck vaccines.
Hashtag
That's
bring
my-
it back.
Sorry, Dr. Salk. Shout out to Jonas Salk for that, by the
Yes.
way.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
looking out.
I appreciate not having polio.
Yeah, I'm glad I was vaccinated.
He's
Yeah.
from Pittsburgh, right?
Shout out to Pitt.
That's correct.
Yeah, they
Yes.
developed it at Pitt.
Yeah.
And also, like that, I think I read somewhere where they said that if he had patented that, the amount of money they would have made would have been just like astronomical. But he himself said, why would I patent something like this? That would be like trying to patent the sun or something like that. Like I can't. I'm not going to patent this. That's wrong.
for him.
Fast forward, whatever, 50 years, in like you charge $1,000 per EpiPen.
Yeah, who's that fucking guy?
Yeah, that cunt.
that guy.
That piece of shit.
Yeah.
He tried to justify like, oh, we were trying to find other research. And
fuck
dude,
you.
come on.
But he was all smug about it. Like
Oh, yeah.
the way, like every time he was interviewed, he was smug.
He has
Like,
the most punchable face.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that's not the same guy who did? God, I can't remember his name. I can see like a blurry version of his name in front of me, but
He's a white guy with dark hair.
yeah, I thought that Martin Shkreli.
I always call him Skrillex.
I thought I didn't know it was EpiPen. I thought it was some like.
Oh no,
AIDS.
it's an AIDS. Yeah. That's,
Well, it was
Yeah.
AIDS, and then EpiPen was after that. So the EpiPen happened after the AIDS.
So the same guy owns both.
I don't know if it's the same guy,
Yeah.
but it's the same thing that happened. Somebody bought
Right.
it, and the price shot through the roof or something. And that guy's the fucking worst. He looks like he owns Affliction t-shirts.
Oh, definitely.
And he has those really big, dumb cufflinks that his sleeves are always, like, popping out of his suit.
yeah.
The fucking worst. The worst. And, like, the thing is, he would benefit from, you know, he would benefit from just a good choking, you know? But, like,
We would benefit.
you are...
Right to the point.
He would benefit just like you choke him a little bit, like you fucking asshole. Like, why would you do this? But you can't. Like, not in 1,000 years, because he has so many lawyers, and he would give zero fucks, and he'd just sue you to death. He'd call the police.
He
called the police.
He is an EpiPen guy. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
He's not the EpiPen guy. That was
There's
my
another
bad.
guy though.
No, fuck him anyway, though.
But fuck him too, because like he's keeping the AIDS. Yeah, fucking asshole.
Yes, 911. There have been shots fired at.
Hashtag call the police.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll write it down.
Yeah, he's that guy. He's that guy. Fuck.
So okay. Does anybody, who else is doing this?
You should throw him in the thicket.
All right.
The proverbial thicket.
All right, it's someone else's turn now.
What segment are we even on?
I think we're on watching. Who's watching?
We're on the whiskey segment.
Yeah. Who's watching? His doing? Was that?
Well, that was
that
Chris.
Chris's.
That was
Okay,
me. Yeah, I'm done.
We had
Good
a
on
giant
scholars.
deviation as always.
Yeah. Who else has a?
It was Tongili.
Nope.
No. He's got to fuck him for later.
Oh, okay.
We don't have to have another what.
I mean, I'll go. We
Yeah,
can
go
do
ahead.
3 and 3.
Yeah, go
Yeah, babies.
baby shit.
Like raising a kid. It's crazy, man.
Do you have another? The story you told on the drinking partners one was great. Do you have any more stories?
I don't have another story because nothing weird has happened, thankfully. But I don't know, man.
How's Tommy's penis?
It's his balls are still swollen. Okay, so the story I told. Here we go.
The reason I was laughing a second ago is because you said babies, but the last segment that anybody mentioned, we're on what Jin's doing right now, but the last segment that anyone mentioned was fuck him, and I was like, why is Dan volunteering babies?
Fuck this kid. I'm done with this.
I quit. You cried too much tonight. No, I shouldn't laugh. We should joke about that because there's fucking people on the news weekly who kill their infant or beat their infant because they cry. And then always this like trashy looking guy on the news. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. But anyways, yeah, on Drinking Partners I told a story about Tommy's balls and penis. So his balls are swollen, and like little baby boys' balls are generally swollen, but if they get too swollen, and then there's some like flaky skin stuff on the penis,
Called smegma.
Smegma. Yeah.
Smegma.
It is some sort of problem. I forget the technical term for it. So whatever. But yeah, the schmegma is disappearing. So
That's good.
his penis is getting healthier. His balls are still big, but whatever.
Maybe that's
dude.
just his natural size, man. He's gonna have huge balls and an enormous cock.
He might.
Like,
He might.
passing those Degman genes right on.
Yeah, knee knocker. Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a callback. The knee knocker. God damn.
That's a deep cut there.
Yeah, that's a deep cut.
That was a fuck.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to be older and be like, "Hey, remember that time your dad talked about your balls on the podcast?"
He'll be all famous. Maybe we'll be famous someday. No, but yeah, he's great. He's a good baby. He's actually sleeping now from like 10:30 to 5:30 in the morning, which is a giant improvement from like 10:30 to 2:30 to 4:30 to 6:30. So I'm getting a lot more sleep, so I feel a lot more rested.
That's good.
You look good,
Yeah.
bud.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. I feel
Fresh
better.
haircut, new car, man, cruising in
Yeah.
a Superman shirt.
There you go.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Real fly.
Yeah.
For a while,
I appreciate that.
I was gonna say for a while there, you're looking at like the middle of the Ghostbusters and like the
A little pale, sunken in.
when Bill Murray says, "You don't look good. you didn't used to look like this."
I did not feel good, man. I felt like a fucking zombie. But what I'm doing personally, and I mentioned this earlier, I started to watch professional wrestling again regularly, and I love it. I can't believe I ever stopped watching. It's just so much fun. Like Chris Jericho's ridiculous still. Bill Goldberg is back, and Brock Lesnar is an animal. you
Wait,
know?
Brock Lesnar's a wrestler now?
Yeah.
Dude,
What was he doing before?
Brock Lesnar was a
MMA.
He's MMA. He was like this fucking monster, man. He had the worst tattoo ever, like on his chest. It was a trench knife.
The worst.
You know what, like a trench knife. For anybody who doesn't know what a trench knife is, it's one of those knives where it's like brass knuckles attached to a Bowie knife.
Okay.
And he has that tattoo down like the center of it. I think it's the center of his chest.
is.
Or the
It is.
I
It's
couldn't
horrible.
remember. And this dude was enormous. Like, if I would never fight him. Like, there's no context in which I would ever agree to fight this man. I mean, I would grab bricks. I would get on a roof. I would start pegging the shit out of him.
Home Alone to him.
Yeah, I would Home Alone to the shit out of him. Fuck that dude.
He's huge.
People were like, yeah, I'll fight you. I'm like you're high. He was 6. I don't know how big is he? Like 6 foot. 6.
He's well over 6 foot.
6'5",
he's a big guy.
6'6", 6'7". And he's like 300 pounds. He like walks around at like 300 pounds, 6% body fat, just enormous. But something fucked up happened. He got like I forget what it's called. You can it's an intestinal problem where you
he almost died.
Yeah, he almost died. It was like a big fucking deal. And he lost a bunch of weight, like got fucking super sick, couldn't fight in the UFC anymore. And then I think he tried doing a comeback. Something happened. Anyway, this was arguably like the scariest person that I've ever seen.
He's still
Like,
terrifying. Like,
is he?
Yeah, I mean, Goldberg beat him recently, like very quickly. Like, and it was kind of cool. He beat him in like a minute, and it was like a big deal.
on like the WWE.
Uh huh.
Okay, so
Don't go there. Don't ruin my fantasy.
so
beat him so
Goldberg's a
fast,
bad
man.
motherfucker. Yeah.
See how I'm into it?
It only took him like a minute, man. It was crazy.
Goldberg's really good.
Goldberg's really good at fighting.
It was good. It was good writing. They built it up well. Like Brock Lesnar pushed him into the corner, and Goldberg looked at him and just shoved him across the ring, and then speared him. Speared him again, and then
like
like jackknifed him.
I feel like we're on the back of the bus. And then he pushed him all the way across the ring, and then he speared him, and then he speared him again.
So
Give me that
wow.
lighter. I'm going to make another one of those lighter faces in the back of this seat.
Stop it! It stinks so bad.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or you cut into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
for no reason
for
at
no
all.
reason. Yeah,
For no reason
Just
at all.
because, like, you look at it like every day, and you're like,
Yeah.
you poke it.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I bet. I knew it.
You just just a habit, like putting your finger in the stupid hole that's there. Wait, and then one day you come on the bus and they're like, they fucking patched the hole. You gotta make a new hole.
But they patch it with like that adhesive.
Yeah, it's like shit, like almost gaff tape. It's just shitty.
It looked like a patch you put on your jeans.
Holy shit, are we off track?
Yeah, that's my witching's doing.
Yeah, good.
on.
I feel like does anybody have one that we really want to go because they really
Nope.
No, all right. I mean, we don't have to. We can keep
No,
going
because
on.
what Chin's doing, part of what I've been doing is what we're about to talk about.
Yeah,
which is
same.
Westworld.
Yeah, let's talk about Westworld.
So, unfortunately, I have to take a piss so bad. So you guys go ahead and I'll
right.
jump in wherever I am when I get back.
So, I don't know. I'll get to talk about it. Give it the.
Pausing.
you're
Gloat
back,
for
you're
just a
back.
moment. The headphones that we got, which I and Dan Dongeli are using, are $70 headphones, but because I am a sleuth,
He's the master of the sale.
that is correct. Thank you, Jerry Man. I got $20 a piece. So,
Whoa,
yeah,
really?
Yeah.
More than 50% off.
Yeah,
Good
you
for
got
you,
it,
buddy.
So,
Really,
yeah.
20? I thought they were 25.
Well
That's
played.
funny.
Damn.
Yeah, they were 20.
I'm even better than you think.
You
Well
are.
played.
Say it. Sometimes being cheap as fuck really pays off.
It's like, being able to say, how like bees can see more of the light spectrum than humans?
Jesus Christ.
I am going to throw myself in there because like these headphone amps that we're using, I mean, like good deal there too. Not even going to say because I can't remember quite exactly. It was a couple of years ago that I bought them, and
Really? No. You gotta look into. No, you have a better deal than that. No, stop.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Your
Yes,
kids.
it
Your
did.
kids are never gonna ask for stuff when you're at the checkout because they're just gonna know better.
yeah.
Can we? No.
It's a trick. They're trying to trick you. Don't be an idiot. They're counting on idiots. Look at the kinds of things they have at the checkout aisle. That's how you know they're counting on idiots.
It's for idiots.
Yeah.
Hashtag checkouts are for idiots.
That cashier will judge you because they know how worthless that thing is. When they're not checking people out, they look at that stuff and they know this is worthless.
No, but I feel like, and like that beef jerky at the checkout. That's a good call, man. Sometimes it's like I was coming through Whole Foods checkout the other day, and there's this like fucking tofurkey or something, you know? It was like tofu beef jerky, and it was like $2, and I was so fucking hungry, and like I got like a hot meal, and like I got some shit that like as soon as I got to the car, I wasn't even leaving. I was eating it in the parking lot. And I saw that tofurkey, and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this. This is fucking disgusting, right? And the girl just like totally, you know, just jaded from fucking being a cashier at Whole Foods and dealing with cunts like me all the time. Like 10 of me just came through, and then there's me. And she's like, that is the most repulsive thing I've ever eaten. And I was like, so I shouldn't buy this. And she just looked at me and kept ringing up my groceries. It's like, fair enough.
She wasn't having it.
No.
Sometimes that jerky, sometimes it comes down to survival. You know?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, for me, sometimes an impulse buy is because, like, I think to myself, like, man, I used to stand in this line and really want to get, like, a candy bar and maybe, like, another candy bar. And I was never allowed to do that. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm buying 2 fucking candy bars right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an adult.
Yep.
I can do this. I have way more than enough money to buy 2 candy bars. I'm going to do that.
You know what? I think that, like, as adult men, you could probably distill all of your impulsive actions. You could think of them as there's some function. It's like the last impulsive thing you've done. It's a function of how long it's been since you've either A, eaten, or B, jerked off.
Yeah.
If you eat and jerk off, you're going to go out and make good decisions that day.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah.
And then continue to eat. You know, you don't have to continue to jerk off, but just continue to eat. You know,
What happens when you go to the grocery store and you don't eat and jerk off? That sounds like catastrophic.
Do not fucking go to Whole Foods if you haven't jerked off and eaten, because A, they have a hot bar. You'll just start like everything looks good on that hot bar. You start fucking with that, and then they don't give a shit if you walk around and eat stuff. So you start grabbing stuff off the shelf. You eat that. You're like, all right, I'm gonna I'll check this out later. And then every woman in there is in fucking Lululemon yoga pants, which turns their asses into things that don't exist in the real world.
Push-up bra for butts.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And so you just walk around there and you're so distracted. Like, you can't get anything done. And then you walk out of there with like $200 of fucking some garbage vegetarian food because you thought for a second that you wanted to be near that group of women in Lululemon pants.
The most embarrassing thing you can do in that situation is like when you find yourself, you walk past somebody and you like glance somebody who, like if you haven't jerked off, you glance somebody and you're like, this person's really attractive, and then it takes you a second and you stop and you just like change the course where you were going to go, like you change your
They threw your whole shit off.
You don't say anything to them, but you just like you walk down like the aisle there instead of the next aisle. And then after you're like, why did I do that? That was so dumb.
You pick up a bottle of water and start looking at the ingredients list.
Because we've all done some shit like that before. We're just like, I just need to I'm just going to go over here real fast. And I'm just going to take a look, and I'm going to be on my way.
Like you're not a lactating mother. What are you doing in this aisle? Right. You know, you're not a woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tampons,
magnesium sulfate, potassium bicarbonate.
And afterwards, you're like, why did I didn't? What was the point of that? Why did I do that?
No,
I gotta go
the only thing that you could do worse than that is try to engage in conversation over paper towels. Am I right? Can never have enough.
That's really embarrassing.
They look up and they like look at you and like smile awkwardly.
We know what you're doing here.
Cool.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
A little half wave.
Oh man. So Westworld.
Westworld.
Let's
Yeah,
get
Jerry,
into it.
Jerry, you can do whatever editing you want for all that. You can put that shit, like, cut it up, put it wherever you want.
Yeah, I marked it. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
So so we've all been watching Westworld, which is fucking awesome. Just to brief, if you haven't watched Westworld, we're gonna spoil the shit out of it for you, probably, at least a couple ways. But it's based on a movie from the '70s called Westworld, and
I believe 1971. It's
Something like
really
that.
early.
It's really early
73. It's
70s.
really early 70s too.
yeah. So the point, like in the movie, there are 3 parks. It's written by Michael Crichton, and so it's kind of similar to Jurassic Park.
And directed by Michael Crichton.
And directed by Michael Crichton.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the concept is that you have parks where it's populated almost entirely by robots who look and kind of act like people, and people can go there and do whatever the fuck they want with or to these robots. You can kill them, you can fuck them, you can do whatever you want. And the movie is fine, but this new HBO series it starts to address the idea of, like, you know, do these robots do they feel, like, how close to being human are they? And it gets like some really interesting ideas there.
And how easy it is for a human being to, you know, become infatuated with the idea of Westworld and what you can do there.
Right. It's almost like, you know, how quickly does it take you to completely abandon all of your social niceties and become a monster?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Brief comment on the movie, just because I don't think that we'll probably be coming back to it. I'd say the movie's very good. The show is better than the movie.
Oh, yeah.
But the movie's still very good. It has its 1973 flaws, but I would still say, like, it left a strong impression on me from a young age, having seen it here and there. Even, like, through recently, I kind of saw it, and But yeah, the show.
I feel the exact same way though. Like I remember seeing it when I was younger, and being like, "This is so awesome! They should redo this." Because there's a lot of stuff in it that is kind of like, it's fucking like hokey looking now. Like when somebody gets shot, it's like dumb looking. Like the blood's like a weird color, you know?
Yeah.
Like an old Clint Eastwood movie or something, you know?
Yeah.
I think just people's standards for standards for making movies at the time was lower. And they because they knew that people's viewing standards were lower, they're like, it's almost like you could sense that the filmmakers were telling each other, like, it's just a movie. We don't need to do that last, like, 10%, that last 5% of detail.
Yeah, like when they fight, like an old movie when they fight, it's just like terrible looking.
Oh, yeah.
Just like throwing these like big punches that
Star
are just
Trek.
like would never land in real life.
Every Captain Kirk fight in Star Trek.
Yeah.
He's like just haymakers and fucking like the weird double fist thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that no one's ever done in real life before. Like hitting
throw
people
a
with
kick in there. You like in a street fight, you're not going to throw a kick.
The double fist is like Starfleet approved.
Yeah, like you're gonna like. I want to break all my fingers just by hitting somebody with both my fists.
In miss, you're not going to hit every fucking thing.
No, man, that's what's fucked up, though. I mean, just look at all you have to do is, fuck. I don't know why I've been on a rant with a thing with going back to porn and jerking off the last couple episodes.
Did you jerk off today?
That's the thing.
There you go.
Technically,
I
it was
can't
AM
talk
hours,
about the
John Gilly.
particulars of today.
You woke
Well,
up
there
at
you go.
10. How did you not have time to jerk off? It's 3:30.
That's the thing, bud. I know. I should have had time. I should have had time to jerk off.
When did you go to sleep? Was it AM hours?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was here
'Cause-
until. I mean, I went to bed probably around 3:30.
All right, so you had time then, too. So that was today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't jerk off last night either. FYI.
We can
But-
pause. There's a bathroom.
But I ain't jerking off right now, okay? But if you just look at porn from like the 90s,
Yeah.
you know, like you're like, this is garbage.
Oh yeah.
Fucking not even doing it.
No production value at all.
No.
They should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, the fight scenes, I feel like everything is just moving on this.
Oh yeah, the audiences are more discerning now. I mean, that's just okay. I shouldn't say that. Audiences, the people who do watch things to watch, like really watch things, are more discerning. You still have people who just fucking watch The Apprentice or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, I'm tired from work. I'm gonna go home and watch my reality television shows. Like those people are still fucking stupid as shit, and like you can put anything in front of them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, fuck you.
But
Yeah.
but is it like a function of, you know, like hedonic adaptation, right? So you get used to something being so good
Right.
that you can't regress. You can't go back and like be like, oh, this thing, we need more better, more better this. You know, I want to see Every pimple on the... No, I don't want to see every pimple on the ass. Actually, I'm okay. Stop there. Stop there. We can...
No mas.
No mas.
Well, I think it goes... It also... the improvement lies on the people who are creating things. You know, they want to accelerate. They want to be better than people were before them. They want to be, you know, relevant or recognized for continuing to excel, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just derailed the Westworld conversation.
Tell you what,
There's probably kind of related because there's a lot of sex in Westworld.
There's a lot of
I was going to
Tons
say,
of
there's
sex.
probably more sex and nudity in Westworld than there is in the 90s porn. There's a lot.
Good
That's
point.
fair.
Yeah,
That's
definitely more than like the Skinamax stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Dude, this would Skinamax doesn't have shit on Westworld.
Oh, no,
like
absolutely not. Or Game of
Westworld
Thrones,
is
yeah.
so much sexier than Skinamax was, and I mean, some of my first boners were to Skinamax.
Of course, yeah.
Like
we used to watch that shit on the Fuzzy Channel.
yeah,
Rite of passage.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You told a story about this.
I think I probably
before.
did. Yeah,
about
yeah.
putting a sheet over the TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I did tell that story. I forgot I told that story.
That was way back.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
More
yeah.
deep cuts.
Yeah. But just like the Skinamax stuff, I remember because there'd be like you know some. You'd wait till you'd be like, oh man, I want to see like that chick naked, and then like they'd drag it out to like the very end where it's like, oh, she finally got naked. You know, it's
For like
Skinamax.
30 seconds.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
a body double.
right.
I used to stay over at my buddy's house, and his dad was cool as fuck. Because, you know, he'd go to bed around like 11:30, and Skinamax kicked in at midnight, right? Because that's when all the kids were in bed, and like then they could show dirty stuff.
Right.
And his dad would go to bed, and he'd be like, all right, now you guys don't turn on any channels you shouldn't. But like this, like, he was so fucking cool, man. He had a big red beard, and he wore badass cowboy boots. And he was just this cool dude. He was like, I mean, really a cool motherfucker. Like, if he was here, he'd be like, good job, guys.
Did you just say Yosemite Sam?
Dude, no, but like if like man, I don't even know if like Luke Cage and Yosemite Sam like converge, like maybe
Wow.
because he's just so cool. He was so cool, but he'd be like, check it out, and we'd be like, okay, good night.
But he'd wink at you, and it would literally like, bing.
Yeah, no, dude, like, he was that fucking cool. And then Skinamax is coming on immediately. As soon as we heard the bedroom door close, done. Skinamax was on, and it was like,
Oh, there was one time we were having a sleepover at my buddy's house. I won't name any names, but everybody, I know a couple of my friends from high school do listen to this, so shout out to you guys. So we were we had a sleepover, someone's birthday, I think, and my buddy's dad comes in. He's like, "All right, you guys, be good. Just keep it down. Have fun." And then he like opens the door, throws in two VHS tapes. One of them is Girls Gone Wild.
yes.
The other one is the fucking Pam and Tommy Lee tape.
No way.
Fucking, I'm dead serious. We were just like,
Whoa.
what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
You just giving porn. It's so awesome. So
That's
awesome.
cool, man.
It's
If,
so fucking cool.
if I'm a dad, I want to be like that.
Absolutely.
I want to be like cool as shit. Like, hey, man, check this out.
Because what is sex hurting anybody?
Nothing.
Nothing. Especially the Pam and Tommy tape. That's actual people having sex. That's
Well,
like,
yeah.
that's not even like the fantasy of porn. It's like these are two people who are actually fucking each other and love each other. Like that's a good call. It's like this is what sex looks like, guys. Here you go. Have fun.
You're right. Plus, like, kids that don't get exposed to that stuff become like suppressed weirdos.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
they go crazy about that kind of stuff, or they end up stalking, whomever they like. Like, just put it in front of them, at a decent age where they can get it into their system, out of their system, and know how to control themselves. And
I feel like the art porn that is out now is a good way to introduce people to sex. Like just like show that because the art porn it's not like it's like
Right.
people just like that they're kind of more like more. The only unrealistic thing is like how attractive those people are. It's like those people are fucking like
Right.
both models and they're fucking each other. And you're like, okay, no one looks like that. But
Can I
other than
hear?
that, it's like
Can I hear a porn voice again?
no, that was one time only.
No, but you're right. It's consensual. You
Yeah.
don't feel gross watching it.
No, it's like this is like a nice thing to watch. It's like,
Yeah.
I could watch it and be like, this is just like it's a pretty thing to watch. It's very
yeah,
nice looking.
it's pretty and I have a huge boner.
Right, of course. Yeah,
I'm
of course.
touching
I
it.
want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't feel like there have been times, and I feel like probably because we're all relatively decent human beings at this table, where you've been watching porn and you jerked off and you finished, and afterwards you were like, fuck, I feel awful. Like, that dude was, like, choking her. Like, I saw, like, blood vessels in her eyes, like, fucking breaking. And then you're like, oh, man, I'm done.
She drank a quart of motor oil. Why did I do that?
The worst is whenever like you have a moment of clarity whenever you're watching something and you're like, man, like, she's probably on drugs.
Yeah.
or like her for a second, like her eyes look off to the side and like she's got a direction from the director, and like and she doesn't, she wasn't really into it. So like when you look at someone's face, like for a second they break and you're just like, this is all a very dirty industry. I'm supporting it.
Yeah.
She has a drug habit. Oh no.
And it's like, you know, like we talk about sometimes on here, like the 11, 12, 13-year-old versions of ourselves, what they would think of us as adults. Like the 12-year-old, the 6th grade version of that girl was probably not like, whenever I'm 22, I hope that some dude's choking the piss out of me while he fucks me in the ass.
For money.
Like, for money.
Or for drugs.
Like, yeah, or, and I'm going to be really high because existence is difficult.
I might be just getting paid in drugs.
Yeah. Or if I'm not, I might as well be because the money I'm getting paid is going to drugs.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I can't do that. But with the art porn, you know, it seems consensual. It does seem nice, and it is something.
It's more realistic, like just as far as like no one's making any kind of like real. No one's like fuck her in the ass, day. Like nobody's saying shit like that.
You want to suck my hog? I mean, I have to say yes. Yeah, like I have to.
Right there.
It's like you only have one place to be right now.
Has anybody here ever seen the cum omelet?
No.
Wait, what?
All right, so it's available on, you know, whatever, the Apple Store, Google Play, wherever you find your porn, whatever we say at the beginning of these things. So
porn.com.
The cum omelet is literally what you think it is, just a bunch of guys jerking off, talking about sports, literally jerking off, like standing around. It's not very well shot. And this girl naked sitting there, and it's just the perfect, like, visual of what you were describing, like, oh, okay, so I'm going to do this. And she's like, you know, fluffing a guy and, you know, maybe occasionally sucking a dick for like 15 minutes. And then they all just like make a frittata and they all come in it. And then they put it on a plate and she sits there and she eats it.
Oh well, God.
What the fuck? It's a bukkake omelet. That's what they should call it.
Why is this a thing?
It's a big omelet.
Who gets off on watching that? Who wants to watch that? Who watches it and is like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do it with my buddies.
Like my question is, at what point during that video are you finishing?
I've only ever seen this in like party scenarios. Like, hey, have you seen the cum omelet? Get over here, come on.
To address Degden's question of who's watching this, the listeners can't see all the hands raised around the table.
There's one. It's yours.
But like, is someone like, here comes, she's taking the first bite. Like that, the first bite's what gets me. Like what? What?
Cheesy eggs and chives.
or are people like, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I want to take a bite out of that.
Yeah. Some people might be. Yeah. Like that.
Jesus Christ.
The look on her face, though, you can see in her. She's like, this is not worth $1,000 an hour.
It's probably really salty, I guess. I don't know. Salty.
But I feel like we can actually tie this back into Westworld because
Sort of.
No, totally. I think that this absolutely ties back into Westworld in the sense that, like, Jared, I think you were saying that it's how long does it take for you to devolve in this world where you're interacting with things that have all the qualities and attributes of a human being, but you can treat them however you want with no repercussions. And in that sense, I feel like porn has sort of not as broad of a spectrum, but nearly as broad of a spectrum where it's like, you can fucking watch anything you want. You can watch a chick eating a cum omelet. You can watch a chick being fucking choked and beaten. You can watch dudes being choked and beaten by other dudes or chicks or gangbangs or whatever you want. And you can go down that as deep as you want. And you can go to places that, like, are fucking getting you off. And, you know, when you're watching porn or when you're in Westworld, do whatever you want, man. There's no judgment,
Yeah.
and it's where do you find yourself in those moments where you really can. It's like it's just you in this porn, this robot air quotes. You know, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know, are you watching this like sick power play that's dehumanizing another person, and is that fucking getting you hard? Or are you watching something on the other end, like you were talking about Art X, where it seems like a consensual, mutual interaction? And I really love the way that Westworld played on this. You know, it was like, this is your world.
Yeah.
And it is going to, like the Man in Black talks about, like, you know, he got fucked up by it.
Yeah.
But
Like who are you whenever all the restrictions are removed?
Right.
Like who does that make you? Like who are you like actually at your core whenever they're like the fucking there are literally no rules, like all the societal niceties are removed.
yeah.
And what do you end up doing, you know?
To another seemingly sentient being.
Yeah.
And what are you okay with being exposed to? You know, because part of porn, what gets us all going is our ability to sort of inject ourselves into those scenarios, imagining ourselves being a player in those scenarios, and that's what gets us excited.
It's why, you know, depending on who you are, like some certain types of porn aren't as good. It's like some people are. For myself, like I don't really watch lesbian porn because like I can't. There's no dicks. I mean,
Right.
How am I supposed to imagine myself in that situation?
I agree.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, I could be in the room, I guess, but that's no different than.
Right. That's than what I'm doing right now. It's like, no one's participating with a dick. Okay, well, it's not as good.
And
For me.
I think that's largely the case also, you know, with different, ethnic porn or racial ethnic
Right. Fair
porn,
enough.
where people, you know, like Asian guys might not be interested in fucking white guy porn because they want to be able to imagine themselves in these scenarios.
Right.
You know, we all do.
And they don't want to don't want to see any private parts that are not blurred out.
Right, because dicks are disgusting. But I liked how that was one of the things about Westworld that really interested me.
Yeah.
You know, that really pulled me in. And it's that old adage: you are who you are when no one else is around.
Right.
You know,
When there are no rules.
when there are no rules, when there, and then these
Or
parts
when
of
you're
you-
really drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're really drunk, fuck you. That's not a fucking get out of jail free card,
No,
dickhead.
that's a reflection of how you kind of actually are. Right?
Yeah.
On some level, like that, your id is showing.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, like the access to this, whatever prefrontal cortex or what is slightly diminished, and so you can't filter everything through this. I'm a liberal and I'm reasonable, and when I speak to people,
I love this voice.
this is who I am, and I listen to interesting music. I read interesting articles, and you can find me at Coca Cafe for brunch, and I enjoy my coffee light roasted in a mug. Yes, this is me. This is me. I'll see you guys at Brillo for vegan dinner Sunday. No.
But what happens when you drop that person who you just explained in Westworld?
You drop them in Westworld, a.k.a. the fucking bar, and they get a few shots in them, and all of a sudden they turn into these cretins, these fucking meddling
Exactly.
dickheads
Yes.
who...
Hey, show me your boobs!
Yeah.
Or let me show you this video of me playing guitar.
Good one, Greg.
Little
that was
inside
good.
joke there.
That was good. Yeah, that was a good one. Nice.
Fuck that guy.
Man, fuck that guy. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and I like that parallel where whether it's you're at the bar or whether it's someone at home watching porn, like you can delve as deep into your fucking dark side as you want, and that's what Westworld's about.
Yeah.
And some people, some people do choose like I'm gonna pick up this can for this chick dropped, and I'm gonna like trying to help her out. Like, I don't know, it's. Chris and I were talking about this last night, where like you're playing a video game like Skyrim or something like that. Where I know that like for me, I usually try and play through once to see it, like to do how I would actually react in real life, and then the next time I play through, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want.
Be an animal.
Exactly. Yeah. And and sometimes I even being an animal, I'm still like, nah, I'm not gonna kill this person or like whatever. Like, I don't know. It's more of like I act a little bit more in the id, but I'm not like being a bad guy. I'm just like being more maybe entirely survivalist. And it's like, actually, I don't like the way you fucking looked at me. I'm gonna fucking murder you now. Sorry. But like somebody else is like, oh, you helped me out. I could kill you, but I'm not going to. Like
That's how I play.
Yeah.
I even remember with GTA, I think it was the first one or maybe it was the second one where you could like pay a hooker and then fuck her and then beat her up and take the money back.
Right.
Yeah.
I did that one time, man. And I was like, this is
dirty?
fucked. Like, no, man, I'm not killing the hooker again. This is sick. And like, for some dudes, that shit never got old. Like, it never got old. It's like, no, seriously, you can run over her. Like, you don't just have to shoot her. Like, and okay, yeah, you do it a dozen times, you do it a couple dozen times. Like, eventually, hopefully, you're like, well, this is, if nothing else, this just gets old.
Yeah.
But like, not like, man. Again, this is you. This is you in a world doing things. And like stealing cars is fun. Stealing cop cars is really fun.
Obviously.
Like stealing helicopters is really fun. But like just murdering, just like fucking people, murdering them, like driving around, like just murdering folks. Like
Why?
why? Like
Why?
This is actually a pretty pertinent question to Westworld, and like something I walked away after watching. You have two characters, William and Logan, and they go in together. And William tries to hold on to his morals for a really long time, and eventually cracks, and we see what he becomes by the end.
Right.
Logan goes in, and he's not hiding anything.
Right.
Like he just wants to be a dick, and he goes there to be a dick, and that's it.
Right.
What is the best? Like, which attitude was better going in? Like suppressing your base instincts and morals, in your wants and your needs, or just going in and just letting loose and doing whatever you wanted, and then leaving and going on to live a normal life.
Yeah, I don't think either one of those is wrong. Like it's essentially it's a game, And as far as you know, those things are robots and they can't. Whatever, they just get reset at the end of the day, and like you kill them, and they fucking come back, and it's fine. Like it's especially if you've been there more than once. You're like, oh yeah, I killed her like 3 years ago. She's fine. It's cool. Like I don't know. I think it does reflect. We were talking about this last night. Like,
yeah, we had a good conversation about this last night.
Yeah. So as far as the Billy and Logan thing goes, like say that like two of us were like say that you and I went into Westworld, and I've been there a bunch of times. And you've never been there before, and I'm just like, yeah, man, do whatever the fuck you want. Like, it's cool. And I just go into a room and just like shoot 3 people and then rape a chick, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Because they all seem like real. You're there, like it's real people.
Yeah.
And you're like, you look at me and you're like, I think that you're a fucking psycho. Who are you? Yeah, and you'd be totally within reason to say that to me.
Yeah.
Like that's reasonable. Like in what the Westworld scenario is different. Slightly from the porn and from the fucking video games, because like these things are very convincing as far as people go. We know that because in the real, like in the people who control, there are people robots operating within like the employees of Westworld that no one fucking knows is a robot, and like that's how convincing they are. So like when you walk into a room and you're not sure who's a robot and you fucking murder 3 people, like there's the part of you that's okay with murdering people.
But I feel like what we found out at the end was that these again, quote, air quotes, robots developed sentience.
Oh, of course.
What was the female lead character?
Dolores.
She remembered so much. She had so much awareness about herself that Arnold, right? Arnold?
Yeah.
He had to reset her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it wasn't like this was a robot. This was a being
Becoming
that had gained awareness of itself, gained awareness of things that had occurred historically, had thoughts about where she wanted to be in the future. And these are all the things that establish us, like our unique position in the world, is that we are, as humans, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that we do have an understanding of what happened in our past,
yeah.
and we have in understanding of where we want to be in the future. And this is argued as the thing that separates us from other animals on this planet. And so that's where I would argue with you, saying, you come in here, you shoot 3 people, you fucking rape somebody, and it's like, listen, it's just a game, it's just a game. But I don't know, because the things that are experiencing that have the capacity, and perhaps in those moments have awareness of what happened, since their last reset, and have ideas about where they want to be in the future.
Yeah, but you don't know that, though.
But you don't know that, and nobody knows that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And these things are, these robots, these sentient robots, are all conducting themselves as if they did, and they could. And so for you to say, no, they don't have that capacity is an arbitrary statement. It's an arbitrary judgment call, because you're injecting, no, we're at a place where these things are actually not real.
Face value.
Right. Yeah. Well, not even face value, because face value would suggest that they are sentient, right? That these things...
Well, what you're told when you go in.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But then you're met with... You're interacting with these things, and it's like, whoa, this seems like... This doesn't seem like they're just fucking...
Well, that's what happens to Billy. Where
right, yeah.
Dolores is like, no, this has happened to me before. Like, I've done this before. And then he's like, dude, she's different. And then, which makes him... like, shades his idea of Logan even further, where Logan's like, dude, she's just a fucking robot, man. He's like, no, this one, I'm telling you, is different than the rest of them.
And he was right.
He's
like,
right.
He's absolutely right. And the fact that this dude is just like, no, listen, I'm going to do whatever I want because this thing isn't human. I mean, this is like an echo of things that have happened in human history, where different races and ethnicities were established as being fucking not human, unable to feel the entire spectrum of emotions and feelings that, for the most part, it was white dudes could. And so they treated them however the fuck they wanted.
Put them on the boat, man. Pack them in sardines. It's cool.
Yeah.
They don't feel the same way as we do.
If they die, no big deal.
Yeah.
They don't feel pain the same way we do. They don't have the spectrum of emotion that we do. They don't fucking care. They don't care about leaving their family. Put them on there. And so he's making these same arbitrary judgment calls that, maybe these really dumb bastards who are putting people on ships to ship them away were just like, no, man, I was told they don't even fucking feel the same way we do. Don't pay attention. Stick them on there. Let's get going.
Oh, right. I'm sure that was the attitude.
And so this is... Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
No, I'm sorry.
No, this is, for me, it's not a game. It is the truest indication of who you are at your core. But then when Billy fucking breaks at the end... Like, dude, that is the most heartbreaking thing, because that shows you where a good person, a really good person, who is trying to save this, he's trying to do something that's virtuous and good, and he shows up and she has no recollection of it, and he just loses his mind.
He becomes Logan.
Yeah,
he becomes Logan.
Just the Man in Black,
right? Just like
or what do they call him? The Man in Black.
Yeah,
Man in Black.
Just like
he becomes his buddy.
Just like Ford becomes Arnold the same way,
right?
Yeah. Where Arnold initially is like, I can't allow this park to open because these things essentially have the potential to be people, and then Ford kind of at the end like comes around to the same way of thinking. And his new storyline is like, well, we're going off script because these people are they're people now, and sorry everybody, but good luck. That's yeah. So
yeah.
I really like those two parallels. Like one person is either right or wrong, or fucked up or not fucked up, and then like somebody else is the opposite, but like that they come around to the same way of thinking as whoever they were hanging around with, initially disagreeing with. They show us so many layers
to achieve where the one had begun and the other had. Yeah. They have been mirroring each other the entire time. Like just
right.
It's
and usually the person who was the first person who is now no longer around, the second person becomes like them, and even though they know how that person ended, they do the same. They become the same thing, and they essentially go down the same fucking path. They're like, I saw what happened to you, but maybe not even consciously, but they're kind of playing out the exact same story later on.
And maybe with Billy, it's even speaking to the capacity for any one of us, anybody in general, to have some fucked up shit happen and, dude, just go dark.
Yeah.
One bad day.
Yeah.
Like falling down, dude. Like that's it. Done. I'm done. I'm
Quit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Checking out.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Always goes back to that.
Yep.
Do you guys think that Ford knew he was gonna die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he
Definitely.
knew that, definitely.
Like that was in his that was
Yeah.
part of his game plan.
Yeah.
Now that being said, do you think that he is now? I know that Anthony Hopkins is not signed on for the next season, but do you think he's going to come?
That was a robot.
Well, yeah, or he died because he wants to be replaced by a robot.
But right.
Like so, he'll come back season 3 or something
Maybe.
like that.
Yeah, I definitely had that thought.
Wait a minute, guys. I legit watched all these.
Yeah.
Ford dies in the last one?
Yeah.
What you weren't fucking paying attention?
Fucking Dolores shoots him in the back of the head.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. No, I was like, whenever they started fucking blasting the crowd, I was like, all right.
You weren't listening to like Anthony Hopkins' like moving speech at the end?
That was great.
It was great.
I was.
Anthony Hopkins.
Fuck. Now I have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
was
no,
my
I
favorite
like.
episode.
What's that?
That was my favorite episode. It
was great.
The last one,
great.
yeah, I thought it brought everything together.
Yeah.
It was very well done.
Yeah.
But I think I only asked that question because she said these violent delights, like Bernard or Arnold's
Right.
line.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, who really orchestrated that moment? Like, did Ford write it into Bernard, or did Bernard write it and Ford knew he did it? Like, there's so many different like questions. Like, who's really pulling the strings here? Because if you take a step back at the end, you think Bernard/Arnold is pulling just as many strings as Ford is.
Right. My theory is that Dolores is now making her own decisions. As soon as she's sitting in that room and she hears in her own head, like, whose voice are you hearing? And it goes from being Arnold's voice to being Ford's voice to being her. And at that moment, she
when
merges.
she's sitting across from herself.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
merges. She merges with not only Wyatt, but then she becomes a sentient being, and then she makes the decision to murder Ford.
See, I have a different interpretation of this, and I think that while that is where she, in my opinion, it's the final phase of passing the Turing test in this world. Okay, that's it. She can now be, even if you tell somebody she's a robot, you're going to be like, that's not a fucking robot, that's a human being. That's who she is at that point. And she can make her own decisions at that point. But she is still controlled by Ford. And I think that Ford orchestrated this whole last bit here to really make sure that she is her own person. And he decided, once you kill me, since I'm the only person that can program you at this point, you are now completely sentient.
Whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want. I was the only person that control you. You make your own decisions now.
Now, did he do that with Maeve also? Because it was revealed that like somebody programmed her to wake up like that,
Right.
But she went against the program and she went back into the park because
Exactly.
it showed like on that pad like it was like escape and like something with the real world.
She leaves on the train.
Yeah, like
Or
she
it's-
was supposed to do that.
Well, I think
They only tell you what happened up to that point, though.
right, because she breaks the thing after that.
Yeah.
she's like, no, fuck this. I'm not. This is ridiculous, and she breaks the pad.
Isn't
so you
the
don't
guy
know
reading it, and
exactly.
he says, and then you get on the train, and then after that, and then she just stops.
Yeah,
she
that's
breaks
true.
it.
Yeah.
So you never really
So
know
we're
how
not sure.
far she was programmed to go.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point. So
Yeah.
is she still operating under someone's control or
I
not?
don't know.
We don't know.
It's an excellent cliffhanger for
Yeah.
a TV show. That was my favorite cliffhanger.
That
That
was
is just enough.
Yeah. Way to point that out, Jay. That was
Yeah,
solid.
good call.
Yeah.
But 2 years? Is it real? Is
It's
that
2.
true?
Yeah, it's 2 years.
2
You have
years
to wait 2
until
years.
Wait a
What?
minute. Wait.
Yeah, we have to wait. Next season is 2018.
Oh,
Fuck you!
wow, they
HBO.
fucked up hard on that.
Oh my!
They're gonna lose a lot of
God.
viewers too by doing shit like that.
I mean,
there's
they
a lot
might-
of people
will.
that are gonna go on to something else, lose interest, forget about it. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
everyone's gonna come back.
There's lots of different shows and shit on now. It's good stuff.
People can come back.
Some people come back, but they're gonna lose some people.
No, I don't know. That might be like a really good movie because people are
It's
like, "Oh
hard
my
to
god,
keep people-
Westworld's coming back! Holy fuck!" Like that's
Yeah, and then you get all these
Sopranos
people
did
who
that.
fucking like let their HBO Go subscription just let that go, and then they're like, "I got to get back on it because I need to watch the initial 9 episodes, and then I'm gonna fucking watch the next one."
yeah.
Because Game of Thrones is going to end around that time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they're going to want to rope you back in. You know,
Yep.
like, come on back. You thought you'd be done with us.
Did anybody here
Uh-uh.
actually watch it on HBO?
No.
I
Yes,
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
you too. All right.
I mean it was HBO Go.
Yeah,
right.
HBO Go,
Yeah, that's how I
but
watch it.
yeah, I didn't watch it in real. Well, I watched some episodes in real time.
No,
but
I stole the show.
I didn't think anybody still had cable or HBO anymore. I didn't.
Man, I got one of those Prime sticks. Fucking
Yeah,
thing
I
only
don't-
works
I don't
like
have cable,
40%
I
of the time.
What? Really? Get the Roku, man. It's so much better.
Yeah, dude, but this Prime stick, the Fire Stick, you can get it hacked and get every
Yeah,
fuck,
we
like
talked about
Hulu.
this.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
No, not yet.
All right, you got to tell me about this because a couple people have been telling me about this, and like I want to do it, but I don't know how you do it.
But good luck getting. Do you have a Prime Fire Stick?
I have a Prime Stick, a Chromecast, and a Roku. I got all three.
Look at this motherfucker.
Why do you have all these things?
because
You have internet. You can get all this shit for free already.
no, because I wanted to put it on my TV. So like
I do too. You just hook the computer to the fucking TV, HDMI.
They're like $40. It's like, all right, we'll slap it in the back, slap it in the back, slap it in the
Yeah.
back, so I can try it on every different room, like see which one I like better. And I like Chromecast. That's okay. Amazon's the worst out of all three.
For sure, hands down.
It is
Hands
the
down.
jankiest.
Yep.
It doesn't work. It fucking cuts out all the time. Roku is by far the most user friendly and easiest. But Chromecast is making strides because they like everything's off your phone and it's becoming like more app based and it's a lot nicer.
I really like Apples.
I don't
never
like
done
being beholden to the phone though.
That's why I like
Yeah.
Roku better. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I use my computer and my phone for my Chromecast. I love it. Anything I want, it basically works on either my phone or my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
well. The Chromecast is nice because like if you use the Chrome browser,
Yeah.
you just cast it to the TV and
And they've made significant strides with that too.
They have.
'Cause it used to be horrible, and now it's almost flawless.
yeah, it used to be horrendous.
yeah.
Well, anyway, watch Westworld. Anybody have anything else to say about that shit?
Fucking
We could talk about this for a little
Well,
time.
yeah.
There's a bunch of like really, really deep psychological concepts that are at work here.
the one character that I couldn't get a hold on was Teddy.
Yeah,
What is his purpose?
he's
What was Teddy?
to be a fuckboy.
Oh, no.
Is that it?
Teddy is a fuckboy.
Is that it? Like
Cyclops.
I got that, but like
Which one was Teddy?
Cyclops.
the one that kept getting killed.
James Marsden.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one that you thought was the main character, like a guest in the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of cool how they did that.
I like that a lot.
What,
Yeah.
What is his ultimate purpose?
Because
he
to
had,
be a fuckboy.
but he has significant ties to Dolores.
Think about how many fuckboys you meet every day.
Well, I mean, the ultimate purpose is that he does. I think it shows how much they fuck with that character because he was in love with Dolores, but Dolores is also Wyatt, who made him the character that he is. As he's getting these memories flooded back, he's such a conflicting, actually I think is a very interesting character because who knows what's going to happen now that he knows, first off, Dolores, we don't know where she's going to go, and his character now knows that she was a major love interest for him. If he finds out that this was all like planned for him, he's going to go apeshit if he eventually becomes sentient because the person that cursed his life for the most part and his memories and the person that he loves is the same person in different timelines for
That's a
him.
good point.
yeah. I think it's
He could really go ape shit.
it'd be like a really interesting character.
Maybe playing the long game with
Teddy.
Teddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I like James Marsden a lot actually.
He was very good in this.
Yeah. And he's a good example of because they say it earlier, like whenever the Man in Black is like, dude, you're programmed to lose. Like you can't win, so just stop fucking trying.
But when if he remembers everything,
Well, that's the thing. Like he might become like this fucking whatever
Animal.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see where Teddy goes.
Call.
Plus his name's Teddy. That's
Teddy. Stupid. What about Hector? Are we done with Hector? I loved him. He was so good.
he's great all the time.
He was so
what's
good.
his name? Fucking what's that guy's name?
I have no idea.
Wait. Hector or I'm sorry, I'm thinking
Hector was
Hector's the Bandito.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of the other guy.
The other
I'm thinking
guy.
of the other Mexican
that
guy.
Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, gets close
what's
with.
his name?
I forget him.
Yeah, he's in both timelines. He's shit. I don't know, but he's great. He's in Boondock Saints 2, which is terrible, but he's like the third guy.
Don't bump Boondock Saints
His name is
too.
Lawrence in the show.
Lawrence. Yeah, he's great too. Everyone. I mean, almost everyone's great. There's a couple people who are like, "What do you like?" We talked about this last night.
That
the fucking
one guy that
redheaded
just
guy
screams all his lines.
The guy who's with Felix, like the other tech guy.
Yeah,
like
he's
the-
like,
Oh, he
"What are you
sucks.
doing, man? I'm gonna get you fired. Quit playing with a bird."
His name is Sylvester.
Yeah, what a douche canoe. Fuck Sylvester.
Felix was good. I like
Felix was great.
Yeah.
Felix was great. I love her line to him whenever she says, "Felix, you're really bad at being a person," and he's like,
Compliment.
And then she said, "That's a compliment." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
She's lovely.
She's wonderful.
I fucking loved her. She was great.
Her storyline was one of the most compelling, I thought.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it would be when I first started watching. I was like, whatever. This is-
Agreed.
Yeah.
Then I remember the shit from Deadwood, or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fucking madam, like slut, whore, whatever. Like,
Right.
this is not compelling at all. But
It's a deconstruction of that.
she really, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the end,
No.
Yeah, and that Matrix-esque fucking shootout at the end.
Yeah.
Where they're just
man.
blasting motherfuckers. I was like, yeah, okay. With those crazy machine gun or fucking automatic rifles.
yeah.
or
Oh, my
whatever.
favorite.
P90s,
What's the blonde's name? It's like
Armistice, or something like that.
Which that's her name. That's first of all, it's an awesome name. And
Yeah.
Second of all, like whenever she picks up that gun and she shoots somebody, and she just goes,
She
like
laughs.
she can't even believe how awesome it is. It's so awesome. Like it's so funny.
And that badass tattoo, that snake
It
tattoo
goes
that
all the way
goes
up her-
all the way up her body. Oh,
yeah.
man. She
Did
was
you see
cool
like
as
the
fuck.
post-credit scene with her?
No, I read about it. I didn't see it.
You read about it?
Cuts her arm off.
Like it's in
Yeah.
the door and she.
In the
pulls
door.
it out.
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah,
she,
I
yeah.
like,
almost
continues
missed
to
it.
maul people.
When
Me
I
too.
seen that, I went back to the other episodes and I'm like, holy shit! Was there one at the end of all of these? Because it's way after like a long credits,
It is,
like the
yeah.
whole credits. Yeah,
That was kind of weird. Like, why do they do it like that?
no fucking. It's not on any other eepisode either. It's just the
Oh,
very
you
last-
checked? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Because I
went
was
back.
like, fuck, man. I'm going to have to go back to the end of
I
all
was
the
like, I
episodes.
missed a bunch
I didn't
of
even know
fucking
that.
awesome clips. Yeah.
What was that? What number?
I saw it on accident.
Yeah, me too.
last
Because
The very
like,
last one.
It's like the show ended. I got up to like change the laundry, and then
That's
I
what I
hear
did.
like gunshots, and I'm like, what? And then I see her like cutting her arm. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah, I
What
saw
is
it cut
going on
back,
here?
and I'm like, wait, what just happened? Yeah.
Yeah. So go back and watch it's the final episode. It's the episode 10, I guess, right?
Yep.
10. Yeah. Yeah. It's there's a little Marvel bit at the end.
One
Yeah.
thing that I hoped I would see, and I told you at the very beginning before I even started watching, I was like, I hope I see a glimpse into another park.
Yep.
And I got exactly what I wanted.
Dude, that was
Yep.
so cool.
Yep.
Because all the other movies, because there's 2 movies in the 70s. There's more than one, because you have Westworld and Future World, and then there's multiple parks.
Yeah.
The first one has Westworld,
Westworld,
Medieval World,
in Roman World.
Rome World, and the second one has Future World, Westworld's gone, so it has Future World. Is Medieval World
I
still
haven't
there?
seen the second one.
And then there's one called Spa World, which is fucking terrible. It's retarded.
You could just go to a spa.
It is. It's like it's stupid. It's fucking terrible. I don't know what they were thinking.
Do you
when
want
they
to
tried
kill
it.
people at a spa?
Also, that second movie is a piece of garbage. It's Peter Fonda in it. It's the worst fucking. It's terrible. You don't need to watch that. And also, there is a show. There was a Westworld show already.
Well,
Yeah.
it
What?
was called.
It was called Beyond Westworld.
Yeah.
It came out in like '81 or something.
Didn't it get canned early?
It lasted 3 episodes. I've just watched like a trailer of it. I was gonna watch an episode. I was like, no, I'm not even bothering.
So when
It was so fucking shitty.
so when you're telling your friends about this show Westworld, you can tell them it's a reboot of a previous show.
Yeah, go check that out. And they'll never watch this.
Now, you think like that was just like a little like Easter egg, like when they saw the samurais and what's his face was just like, oh, I don't know, like that's something totally different. When he said to Maeve, was that an Easter egg or was that like something that's
He said
gonna
that
come into play?
It's complicated.
Yeah. It has to come into play. If they have whole other parks.
Definitely. Yeah, it's going to start with Spa World in season
God.
2.
Will they
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that's what that SW was.
Opens
Wasn't
up.
samurai. It was
Yeah, it was
Spa
Spa
World.
World.
They have a samurai section there. It's
Opens
Spa
up
World.
with Bernard and fucking cucumber slices on his eyes, just sitting there.
Welcome.
We're all like, they fucking ruined it.
Small World would be interesting though, like because you want to kill somebody, you have to find you got to be really creative. Because I mean, you hit them with your towel.
Spa World would actually
drown
really,
them in the hot tub.
People aren't armed in Spa World.
It would be it would be interesting to have one of the reprogrammed because they're killing people at the end, so they have to do something, and they have to have somebody say, for the sake of the TV show, well, reprogram them, put them in another world, and they start in Spa World where there's no violence. All of a sudden, they get up and they remember something, and it's like, oh, right, I could do whatever I want. They start pissing on people's faces and grabbing their heads and putting them into the burning embers to create the sweat, those big fat titties. Yeah.
Caligula world.
Caligula world.
I was actually thinking first of the fight from.
From
the Viggo Mortensen.
Eastern Promises.
Yeah, Eastern
Promises.
Mm-hmm. Eastern Promises. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the name of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, you want to see a lot of Viggo Mortensen dick. It's a pretty good fight scene.
Dick
though,
out
too.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dick out fight.
Yeah, dick in a fight.
We talked about this in the previous episode. I just listened to it, like a fighting with your dick out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I forget why we were talking about that.
bold move.
Yeah.
But
I think we were talking about it whenever we were Kane.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. That was it was the goddamned episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
because Kane is
goddamn,
fight
yeah.
with his dick out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just dangerous. It's a bad call. All right, so yeah, we were gonna go to AD, but I feel like we can do the next
Save it for the
episode.
next
This is a
segment,
long
yeah.
episode.
This is a lengthy episode.
Yeah, we can stop. Yeah, we can stop there. We'll wait till Dan gets back here. But yeah, so stay tuned for the next episode. We're going to talk about AD, which is, as we were saying earlier in this episode, is going to be a movie, and it's fucking awesome. It's Jeff Lemire, it's Scott Snyder. It's watercolor, which is beautiful. It's really, I don't know, it's excellent, and yeah. So stay tuned to the next episode.
I think it's another one of those comics for people who don't traditionally read comics. This is a good one to maybe dip your toes back in with.
Yeah.
Beautiful art, long. It's not just a bunch of panels. Anyway,
Good gateway.
All right, so
for sure.
we'll wrap that up there. So find us at grownuphumans.com, epicastnetwork.com/grownuphumans, iTunes, Stitcher, Facebook, YouTube, Grown Up Human Comic People, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at Grown Up Humans. Everybody go around one more time. Dan, say peace up. Ta-ta.
Hey, thanks for listening. Stop by the shop anytime.
Chris?
Bye, guys.
Jimmy?
See ya.
Greg?
This is Greg of Midnight Rose.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't plug it. We'll plug it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan?
Pancakes in the sky.
I'm Jared. We're the humans. Thank you. Good night.
Grown-up human comic people! Grown-up human comic people!
Epicast.